Right. Let us. Where is today's broadcasting link? Because I'll put it up on my
Oh,
Twitter and also on my
yeah,
Facebook.
let me send you that. We are now going live, by the way. Hello, everyone. This is Andy and Kyle. We're here for a really quick little uh, side quest, I guess would be the best way to phrase it, of the Expendable crew. And I am just trying to bring up a link that Kyle can share before we really get into this. So you're seeing my Twitter right about now.
Yeah.
Because I had everything. I keep forgetting I need to do this as just one simple. All right, I'm going to post. No, that didn't work right. Let me try that again. I keep saying, oh, I know exactly how I'm going to set everything up in OBS so that I'm only sharing, you know, this one page, not every other thing on my browser. Okay, there it is. Uh,
Actually, that first link that you put up actually still works. So I've
oh, okay.
put it up on
It's
my
the way it
Facebook.
did the short version of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, all right. Sorry, guys. Just when I think I've got everything set up just the way I want, something goes wrong,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to see what is behind. Oh, okay. So
And this is. I think this is the first time that we've seen my face on broadcast as well.
yeah, you tried it that first session, but it was just too laggy, and I totally understand. And where did my icon just go? I just noticed my camera is missing from chat altogether. Maybe I slid you over in front of me. Yep.
Yep.
Somehow yours got dropped in front of mine. Hey,
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's.
trying new things, people. I am trying to make this slightly more engaging for the viewing audience because Michael can put my face wherever he wants on his screen. I'm trying to do this for the rest of you. Give you something new to look at. Make things
Yeah.
slightly better. It's not
Be
working.
careful.
No, I'm trying. Like OBS had some updates, and I just got those updates, and I was like, oh, I can do all these neat things, and one of them is going to be how do I set up my screen now. So this is an excellent time to sort of tinker with that. So back off, those of you who have criticisms. I'm looking at you, my players, Carrie, Danny, people with opinions who don't think I won't kill you. I think I've proven I'm pretty heartless. Okay, let's get into
Yeah.
the actual story and not Andy's ranting. Because Andy's ranting will take a while. Okay, Michael, it is the night after the Temple of Bahamut. You let me move your icon up closer to my camera just because I'm going to keep looking down at your video, and I think that's not great for my appearance. Okay, it is the night after the Temple of Bahamut. Uh, your friend Raina has just managed to get you some a new safe house after you were so unfairly kicked out of the monastery, as so many people have repeatedly protested.
Michael being one of them, yes. Well, actually, no. Michael was oddly silent on this one.
Yes, he did
She-
not put up an argument like three other people did.
Hmm.
Maybe just two.
He
Anyway,
did. He did clap at what Lucky did, but
yes,
then afterwards he just kind of was like, nah,
Yeah.
not gonna argue this.
yeah. Frick was, of course, still completely hammered, and nobody could rouse him. And the monks were taking care of him until he sobered up because nobody really wants to haul him through town. That seemed inconvenient to all involved. So I am going to say, and I probably messed this up on Sunday, we're going to say you were rooming with Lucky because Viserius only needs about 4 hours of meditation, and you are going to slip out before dawn, you said.
Yes, I'm
So-
going to slip out before dawn and leave the 550 gold in front of Reina's door,
Mm-hmm.
and that leaves me with still 550 gold pieces for my own personal use.
Okay.
Let's see, and
So-
then
You go over and you flip the switch indicating that you want out, or do you go through the sewers? We're gonna
Uh,
say Raina showed you how to read enough of the graffiti marks to find your way out, but there is no reason you can't just go through the front door.
yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first get myself disguised up, and then I'm going to go out through the front door.
Okay, so you flip the switch signaling you want out.
Yeah.
It takes a moment because it is midnight, but finally, somebody flips it. You see a person you don't recognize as standing behind the bar, but he doesn't seem to really care. You're the patron who wanted out. He lets you out.
All
So
right.
he just
So,
kind of gives you a sleepy nod, goes back over to his bar stool where he's only half awake doing his job.
yeah, I kind of look around, see if there's like something that equates to an outhouse.
Yeah, there's facilities. We're just going to assume that's something you can always obtain when you need it. We're not going to go through it because I don't want to deal with your bodily functions.
Well, no, it's more so that I can actually use the disguise kit and get out of here.
Oh, you could have done that down in the safe room.
Ooh. Well,
I mean, there's a common area. You could have put your
yeah,
disguise on.
yeah. So I've rolled for the disguise kit on charisma.
You
It's gonna
are,
be a very interesting disguise.
yeah, yeah. You're not really thinking that clearly. Obviously, you're still half asleep, so you just got like a big scar across your face, and you're like, that'll do. So it's Michael who's already wearing an eye patch, I believe. That was one of your trinkets you picked up. So you just
Monocle. It's a monocle.
monocle. Sorry,
Yeah.
monocle. All right, good
Yeah.
point. So yeah, I figure you just like do like the dueling scar across the face.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No one's going to look at anybody with a big scar on their face. It ruins my good looks. That'll be enough.
Yeah, big scar on their face, giant bald head. Nobody's really going to pay much
Yeah.
attention to me.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for remembering. You shaved your head. So,
Yes. For those,
but considering you've gone out in big disguises every other time, usually much more elaborate than this, you're probably okay. You think, maybe, you hope. You're too tired to care. You've got a lot of things
yeah.
on your mind. This was just a quick disguise. You just literally took out the fake scar, painted, glued it on, whatever, spirit gum it into place, and you're out the door.
Yep. Just hoping that I don't rip out my hair.
A little late.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the first thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out my loot and I'm going to go wandering through the town looking for an area that I can start bursking.
Okay. What side of town do you want to go to? Because there's different districts. Like you're basically in, the edge of the lower skin where it meets the punk district. That's sort of the area you're in right now. And your video just went black. Okay, there you are.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that was odd. I brought up the Twitch cast and it just kicked out everything. All right.
Okay.
So I've got that paused now, but yeah. So
Yeah, no cheating. You have
yeah,
to watch it. You have to watch it on Roll20 live.
I've just got it up on Twitch.
No,
just
no,
in case
I'm just
the-
joking with you, man. Go on. It was a joke I had with Carrie that if you guys are watching the stream, you might see when I pull up something you're not meant to see. So she's like grabbing her phone right quick. What was that again? Like, get off there.
No,
Okay.
I just keep it paused because I start getting echoes. But
Yeah.
no, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start bursking the streets and in areas where it's going to be like appropriate around about this time of the night. So
Okay.
outside of pubs, anything sort of like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is, like I said, this is pre-dawn. This is when the merchants are still setting up their spaces for the day. So if you wanted to kind of follow those people and go to the merchant district, I think we
Yeah,
had sort
actually.
of that area, and that'd be a good spot for busking.
Yeah, that would also be a good spot to start trying to get some other stuff that I'm going to need as
Yeah.
well, like some fine clothing and all that.
Yeah.
So let's go out there and do that.
Okay. Sure.
So
All right,
All
go ahead
right.
and
Do I need?
roll a performance.
Let's do that on my thingy where it's actually got my expertise on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're playing a lovely song. Something that actually everybody around you, you're playing sort of like a what I'm thinking is a worker song, so everybody just falls into the rhythm of working to your music. It makes their setup a little bit more pleasant.
Yeah.
Everyone's actually enjoying you.
Yeah. So well, as I'm playing, I'm also trying to listen out for any sort of rumors that they're talking amongst themselves on. So every so often between songs, I take a bit of a longer pause,
Hmm.
just acting like I'm tuning the lute, but listening out for what everybody else is saying.
Okay, in that case,
And
give me a perception roll.
ooh, oh man, wait, where is it with my jack of all trades? There it is.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you hear a lot of people talking about what happened yesterday. How Nestor, was just brutally killing these people, and then like this whole group of people just suddenly came out of nowhere and attacked him and the guards. Most people don't really know too much of what happened because they ran quite properly. As they got the hell out of there right quick. So it's their stories are really based on hearsay. They know that of some of them have heard that wanted posters will be going up soon because obviously whatever tricks they use to get out of that alive, if they even did actually get out of that alive, there's no way Nestor is going to let this go unchallenged. But the stories tend to conflict with each other. Some say, it was a small group of rebels. Some said it was some sort of goblinoid army that, came in and were fighting people. Everyone's got a different story. All of them have been blown out of proportion from drink and retelling. So
Oh,
it's really conflicting, but most people are saying that at least they tried to do the right thing. I mean, they, everybody knows nobody got out of the temple alive. They know that was a slaughter. Um, but yeah, they like I said, they seem to talk about it like folk heroes more than a bunch of idiots. Unsuccessful, but folk heroes.
yeah. Let's see if I can turn that into like a sort of dirgy song for the fall of the Temple of Bahamut. Everybody kind of like thinking on their sort of what happened to those people and everything.
Okay, so you're going to try to
And
make up something on the spot based on what you've heard, or are
yeah,
you going to take
no,
like
based
okay?
on I'm going to take certain liberties, having been one of the participants,
Yes, as is your
and
right.
just yeah, and actually turn it into a sort of folk hero-y sort of thing. And but with how on the old folk tales it was actually more that the like the big bad evil person would always still kind of win.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be turned towards that sort of a thing.
Okay.
So
So first, give me a performance roll, and then I'll decide based on that what the next roll will be.
ooh, I love having expertise.
It is fantastic, and it's why I hate that I have two bards in the party. You both have expertise, and you got to
Oh,
put it wherever you wanted.
just wait till the rogue starts getting hers. That's where it's going to be like
At least she's going to put it
ah.
into combat, and you guys get to manipulate every social interaction. Okay, yes, this song is definitely catching on. Again, everybody, there is helping to lighten the workload at the start of the day. Uh, okay, that was pretty good, but for having expertise, it's not as good as I was hoping. So make a persuasion roll, just a flat persuasion roll, not at advantage. Okay. You see a lot of heads sort of nodding when you start singing about the brave heroes and their valiant but ultimately impossible goal of saving the innocents.
Hmm.
So you just see a lot of heads sort of bobbing along, more than just in time with the music.
Yeah. So with that, I start to pack up and I head toward. Are any of the merchants tailors?
Yeah, I'm just definitely easy to find a tailor. If nothing else, we're gonna say you've probably been playing for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would be at the time of the day when even the official shops are setting up. There are the people who bring carts out, and then there are people who own their own shop. Finding a
Hmm.
tailor is not going to be a problem.
All right. Let's try to find one that is
And
actually
we're
because
also
Michael.
one of that one of you're also going to have made let's say about 4 gold in people dropping like silver and stuff into your hat or whatever.
Oh wow.
People
Okay.
have just been dropping by, and I mean they're giving you silver, but in a couple hours, yeah, 4 gold's worth of silver.
Nice. Nice. So that's a lot of silver.
Yeah,
I'm now
it
carrying a lot of cash on me, and I
yeah,
need to get.
it like I said, you caught them while they were feeling particularly appreciative of it's early, they're all tired. You're out there providing them something, so
So yeah, let's go find because Michael likes the finer things in life.
mhm.
Michael really enjoys fine clothing, and so let's go find ourselves a tailor,
Okay.
and that's actually one of the more higher end ones.
Okay, you can easily make your way to the. I think the shops tend to run the same way as the town. The closer you are to South Skint, the lower end, you're on your way up to the high end marketplace.
The
That's
Diamond District.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
You
that
make your way
actually
to
is
the
that
upper
does have a
dell.
yeah the Upper Deld,
Yeah.
the marketplace area called the Diamond District.
You know what?
That's
That's
actually
actually for the jewelry area, but if you want to look, for some some diamond accessories, there actually is a small area that deals in high quality gems. And we're going to write that in right quick, the Diamond District. I'm trying to keep running notes.
yeah. Yeah, let's now let's go to the tailor first to
Okay.
try to find somebody that I can haggle with to get some pretty nice duds.
hmm
See how long it takes them to do that after they take my measurements, and then we'll start wandering around again.
Okay. What are you wearing right now?
Right now it's traveler's clothes.
Okay.
Well, actually, let me double check that.
Uh,
No, I've got a set of fine clothes already, but I
yeah, I
need
was going to
more
say, as a
because
as a bard, you usually have a set of fine clothes and a costume or two. So
yeah, I've
if
got
you
two
want to
costumes,
say
a set of
you
fine
already
clothes.
had your a fine set of clothes, then we can, or you can go for a finer set of clothes.
Let's go for a finer set of
Okay,
clothes.
because there's fine, then there's fine. You want
Yeah.
fine. Okay,
I want to be like Shaft, man. Let's be like Shaft.
okay. So yeah, you
All right.
you find like I said, the high end fashion district. Uh,
Hmm.
so one more question: are you looking for like the gentleman shop or the flop, the fashion? Like the I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Okay, there's the gentlemen of town, and then there's the playboys. Both of which would wear a fine set of clothes, but would shop in two very different places. What are you going for?
I'm going for like 1950s classy, like
Okay,
an A-line sort of suit. If I could seriously get a trench coat out of this.
you're looking for more of the gentleman type of
Yeah.
fashion, not the hey, I'm here to spend all the money and kiss all the girls in the bar type of guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking
okay.
for the I've got more class than you in my freaking pinky finger ring than you will ever have in your entire body.
Okay, thank you. I know what shop you are looking for now. I don't have a name for it, but I know who runs it. Okay,
Hmm.
so you walk in. You're probably the first customer of the day. So the tailor is still setting everything up. He turns. Yes, sir. How can I help you, sir?
I was looking for some crushed velvets and possibly a couple cravats, as well as a nicer set of trousers, something more akin to the noble, to a presentation as a foreign dignitary to elvish society.
Hmm. Sir, this is how should I can I put this delicately? Um, my wares might be outside of your price range. Perhaps you would be more comfortable in one of these shops a few doors down. If
Um,
you've ever seen Pretty Woman, this is that scene where you are not good enough to be in his shop.
well, which shop would you consider myself being more of a patronage of?
I am sure that there are some shops that would be more befitting a man of your financial means. Perhaps there's even someone who sells some of last year's fashions.
Are you talking about the green smock that even those like yourselves were looking at behind their backs and saying which designer put this through and why did some idiot with more money than sense actually consider?
Sir, if I may speak plainly, if you had enough money, I would sell you the finest wares we have, but I'm certain that you can't afford it. So don't make this more embarrassing on yourself than it needs to be.
I reach inside of my pack and I pull out a platinum piece and I place it on the table.
His
Very,
eyes light up. My apologies, sir. With your current garb, my apologies. I misunderstood your situation. How may I be of service? My name is Grandel.
it's nice to meet you, Grendel, and all is forgiven at the moment. I'm looking for decor very fitting of a dignitary who is going out to meet elvish diplomats.
Ah, yes. So something in the elvish style, but still cut to your figure. I have just the thing. And he starts to show you some, like I said, they are, obviously elven inspired clothes, but fit for a human. So
Mhm.
he's, sir, you would look splendid. Even the elven ladies will swear that you are a man of stature.
Can
And
you tell
as
the
you
difference
know,
between the men and women?
well, obviously, and he sort of makes sure no one else there. We all know that the high elves carry a very lofty opinion of themselves. In these garments, they will take you in as one of their own, a lost cousin who is in town and needs a place to stay.
Okay. Very well. All right. Very well then. Let's see. How much are you thinking about for these?
Well, these clothes, and he sort of looks at you, looks at the clothes. They'll need just a little bit of tailoring. I believe that I could 35 gold should be sufficient.
Is he telling the truth? Or is he trying to
He
gouge a
is
little?
definitely upselling. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is used to people who are spending 20 gold easily on a decent set of clothes. He's upselling you a bit. I mean, you just dropped a platinum just to prove you belong here. So he thinks
Mhm.
he can get a little extra gold. And maybe this is closer to last year's fashion than this year's fashion. So, you know, He's probably trying to upsell you on something that's almost out of style. He's too good to sell you something out of style, but
Let's
this
see
isn't
here.
trending.
Yeah, can I actually see what is currently trending?
Uh, is that the way you phrase it to him?
No, I don't phrase it in that way, but I
Okay.
kind of look at it and sort of look over the cloth stitch and everything, and I go, I do believe I saw this last year, around about the setting of summer, just before the turn to fall.
And he gets a very, I see that you truly are a man of excellent taste. My apologies once again. I have truly underestimated you, sir. And then he brings you to this is a garment of my own design. It actually has not yet even seen the nightlife, so to say. You would be one of the first to wear this style, and it has more gold trim and bright colors, like what he was showing you. I'm not really a fashion guy, but I'd say like he was showing you autumn colors. This is summer colors,
Yeah,
and
this is very vibrant, like
yes,
sort of brights with greens and dark plush, dark
yeah,
crushed velvets, but
hmm
with the outer edgings of like of gold trimming, sort of
it,
going into an A line with a single breast sort of thing.
yeah, yeah. Like I can't really think of any sort of person to really ascribe it to, but let's say like this would be eye catching to everyone in the place, but it wouldn't be garish.
Ooh, so it's very oh, Casablanca,
Mm.
main actor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This is probably something Humphrey Bogart would be wearing,
exactly. All
only
right,
with
let's go with
only in Technicolor.
yeah, let's go with this then.
Okay.
So,
Oh, sir. Well, I will have to do a little bit more refitting as this was still, an early design. So I believe that this particular ensemble would run you closer to 45 gold.
seeing that he tried to gouge me on the last one, this is kind of a little bit of a price gouge on this one, I would think.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and roll. You can try to talk him down, or you can insight him. I'll let you pick which one you want to try first.
I'll try the insight first. That way
Okay.
I can get. Yeah, nope.
He's showing you something much nicer than earlier, and he does need to refit it. So maybe
Yeah,
45 is a good price.
I'll try to get it down to 42 though. Let's give it a little bit of persuasion. Nah.
Okay. What phrasing do you want to use to get his price down?
Oh, it's still going to be a bit early for this. It's going to also be quite the first. So if I'm going to be setting a trend, I've got to be able to make sure that the returns for you come back tenfold. So if I take the risk on this and your particular style, could we just lower it just a round about 10% maybe?
Sir, for clothing of
Or no,
this
not
fashion,
10.
I
Yeah.
mean, if anything, I am offering you the chance to be the trend center for a mere 45 gold. I feel like I am being robbed already, but I insulted you earlier, so this is my way of making amends to you.
Okay, yeah, that was actually quite smooth.
And he did roll better than you on persuasion.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I'm
yes,
I'm I'm
he
gonna
is out of the kindness of his heart and to make amends for, all earlier insults. He's offering you the finest of wares for a measly price.
Okay, so out of the 574, I'm going to give him that 45 because
Okay.
that was actually quite smooth.
Yes, thank you.
So,
I have my moments. When I'm not being Andy, I can be great.
Actually, Andy's quite awesome.
I like to think so, but anyway, we're not here to flatter my ego. We are here for Grandel's ego.
Yes,
So
yes. Let's.
Grandel will take your measurements and he'll say, come back in a couple of hours and I will have this fit to you perfectly. And of course, all alterations will be on the house.
Yeah, so I leave the gold there with him.
Hmm.
I'll take a receipt of payment
Yes.
and collection, and then go. So
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, in a
All
couple
right.
hours, you will have the finest fashions available. And you know
Hell,
what? We're even going to throw in a little bit of a bonus for you. He tells you that these clothes are actually very resistant to damage. They fall under the I don't have my Xanathars, but there's like clothing of mending. So
oh,
basically, even if you were to get into a scuffle, and some lowborn decides they are going to try to trash your clothes to make themselves better, they will mend themselves, and you will be all the more spectacular for being able to brush off such insults. So yeah, he probably should have charged you a lot more than he did, but he's a nice guy,
yeah,
and this is a new fashion he's trying to get out on the streets. So win-win.
yeah. That is actually that. Wow. Okay.
I love
I'm
Xanathar,
gonna.
so I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I could have gotten you to spend another 100 gold off that enchantment, but no, we're giving it to you.
Yeah, that is quite nice. That is so. That's fine clothing.
Yeah. And on top of
Wow.
that, I was like, oh, what you guys do? You'll probably rip this before you ever get a chance to put it on if I don't throw that enchantment on there right now. So yes, he will include that enchantment under the provision, of course, that when people ask you where you got such fine clothes, that you send them all to Grandel's.
Oh yes, yes, yes. He will. He definitely will.
Okay.
Because once I find that out, that's pretty much going to be like,
Yes. I am a charitable and kind man, after all.
you are incredibly charitable and kind. Yeah. So let's go back out and about the town
Okay.
again and head over towards the Temple District just to see what's going on with
Hmm.
everything that's happened from the Bahamut area.
Well,
Because
it is definitely a bit more sparse than it used to be. The temple is now a pile of ruins, and there are actually some workers who are hauling the stones off. Now, you give me a perception roll.
all right.
Okay, it's nothing particularly spectacular. Some young man just sort of bumps into you, but keeps right on walking without so much as saying sorry. And you were sort of standing there watching the wreckage be hauled off, so you didn't notice when Raina's character in disguise just bumps right into you and walks on.
What's going to be even more surprising is that Rain is going to have bumped into me with such a bad disguise on it, not have noticed.
No, I know what her mindset was when she went to the Temple District, so she didn't give a damn.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael's gonna stand there for a little bit, just watching everybody pulling apart the rubble,
Hmm.
and knowing exactly what's happened there, and the
Yeah,
fact that he couldn't save anyone, let alone the person, let alone Malik, but also the priests as well, and all the worshippers inside.
yeah. There are still blood stains on the ground. No one has done anything to remove those just yet because that is part of the announcement. The statement that they made. So,
Mm.
and that's also
So
why
yeah,
you are really one of the few people who's even standing this close to it. There's
yeah,
a few other people watching. Most are definitely giving it a wider berth.
yeah. So um, let's try grabbing a rag from my stuff and
This
try
is
to.
this is blood that has seeped into the stone. it's going to
It's
need
not
to be
gonna come off.
scrubbed out or magically removed.
Yeah.
So,
So it's.
I don't think you're going to be able to clean it off.
Is there any sort of like small rocks or any parts of the rubble that's there that he could easily just sort of like grab, um, with all the people working on everything and just kind of pocket it
Give me a
or
stealth
something?
roll.
Stealth.
Hmm.
This is where wow, I have. My beginning rolls were great. My rolls now are just pretty much like, wow,
I
even
know
even
it's almost like you're emotionally distraught and you can't do things right. Don't you love it when the
that,
dice emulate what your character should really be feeling? Okay,
yeah, and
so
that's actually what I'm trying to go for as well. Is
you're
where is like
yeah
he's
you
actually introspective and trying to grab the stone because it's like
yeah.
one of
So you start sort of creeping up along the backside, and one of the workers like, "Oi, what do you think you're doing over there?"
nothing, sir. I'm just trying to
Hey,
look at
we
what
got the job of
happened.
hauling this stuff off. All right, no souvenirs.
No souvenirs, but who's gonna really? Who's gonna matter if a stone goes missing or two?
And he kind of looks at you. Tell you what, you get 2 gold, and I'll let you haul off a piece. And he's like, "Oh, wait a second, I got something for you. For 10 gold, I'll give you this piece that still has the blood of that traitor on it.
What traitor?
Oh, the one they threw in to kill everybody."
How do you know it's got his blood on it?
What, you questioning me? You questioning my integrity? You know
No,
what?
I'm
It's
just
15
questioning
gold
because
now.
all right,
Give me an
but
insight check.
this guy's lying through his teeth.
Let's see.
Well,
The man
I
knows
know that
his
he's lying
business.
because
If he tells you it's
I
Malik's
know that
blood on there, he obviously has good reason to believe it's Malik's blood.
yeah, he's got good reason, but I know that Malik wasn't bleeding when he got picked up because he's undead.
Well, his heart did sort of explode, and there was definitely signs that he was probably coughing out blood at the end.
Oh yeah, or he
Oh.
could have been chewing on somebody.
Yeah,
It was rage.
I
It
mean,
was
he
a
was covered
lot
in
of
so much
rage.
blood. You don't know how injured he was.
I don't know
He
how
was.
injured he was. I
You know
also
he
don't
was
know if he was
undead,
eating
but
people.
well, all I'm saying is that he was a bloody mess when he was hauled out of there. You just can't be sure, was it his blood or was it the blood of other people.
Yeah.
You didn't do an examination on him.
All right. I'm gonna
So
try and
he's
persuade
willing
him.
to sell you a chunk of rock with the traitor, the assassin of Bahamut's blood on it for a mere 15 gold.
I can't even persuade him not to.
Go ahead. Let's play this out, though. What are you going to say to him?
That's not his blood. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Oh,
so
well,
so
pay
now I'm a liar?
$15.
You're calling me a liar? Look, you little punk, you get out of here, all right? You're lucky I don't throw you to the guards for trying to steal from the king.
I don't know. What about you trying to sell off artifacts from the exiles? All right, fine then. I'm off my way.
He takes a swing at you, but he misses by a mile. You know.
Wow.
So he's like, so he's basically holding, the hammer that he's using to break up rocks. You get on out of here before there's more blood on the streets.
Yeah, I'm heading out, but you might as well just be me. Just walking away.
What's your armor class?
19.
Okay, he throws a rock at you, but he misses again. When people start looking, this is on the backside of the temple, so there's fewer people, but you basically hear a window break and his eyes go wide and he gets back to work right quick. You guys are just such smooth talkers. Everyone in town loves you.
They love us when we're actually us, but when we're outside of ourselves, they actually hate us.
I'm pretty sure that half the town hates you.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
They just don't know it's you they hate.
oh man, oh man. Hey, Lupus, how are you doing? All right, so yeah, just gonna just gonna go
Yeah,
and
I don't think my stream chat is actually showing me. I'm just going to have to drop right into the actual channel if I want to keep up with chat.
if I've yeah, we've got Spirit Lupus and it looks like two other people.
Yeah.
So
So sorry about that,
yeah, if
guys.
I've
My
yeah,
for whatever
we've got
reason,
Spirit
my
Lupus and
dashboard
it looks
chat
like
is
two
not
other
keeping up.
people. So
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys.
yeah, we've got Electrical Skateboard, Nua, and
Yeah.
Spirit Lupus
Oh well,
along with
guys,
myself.
I'm so glad y'all decided to drop by.
Yeah.
So maybe my chat will catch up now. Okay. So yeah, guy just threw a rock, broke a window, got back to work.
hmm I'm going to try and like sneak a like palm a stone from it as I'm walking away.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check this time.
Well,
Hey, what did I tell you about stealing? All right, and he's coming
not
at
drop it,
you.
not just start walking
Yeah,
away.
yeah. You walk on. You walk on before I take out those teeth and sell them to somebody too, pretty boy.
Yeah, a lot better than trying to stuff them into your own mouth, toothless.
Oh, he's
I
coming at
start
you
running.
again. He rolls bad, so he doesn't catch you. Good God, do you people have to kill the entire town? You're not even good murder hobos. You're just pissing everybody off. Okay, so you got into a fight with a construction worker. You did not
Wow.
get a souvenir from the Temple of Bahamut, but
No, but I had that introspective moment. And
oh,
actually, that is quite introspective for him. So the fact that he even went over there and was just like,
yeah. You
know,
guys are making
want-
great emotional growth, and something I pointed out to the other players. You've been freed from prison for less than a week, and look what you've done.
yeah.
You guys have been active. Oh,
All right. So going now from the Temple of Bahamut, let's now that the city's awake, let's go out and try bursking again
okay,
out somewhere.
okay. What sort of area are you looking to play at this time?
Let's try Bahamut's what more mainly a dragonborn.
There's not really a whole lot of Dragonborn areas. They do tend to carry with them a certain sense of nobility, but they never really got a foothold in the city, especially over the past 2 years. So,
Yeah.
what Dragonborn are there tend to be, unless they are particularly wealthy and they can live in the Upper Deld, there's just not a big collection of them.
No, I was thinking more because it's a Zeno sort of god. Trying to figure out or remember if there's any other
Well, the
higher-
temple, most of them probably worship that, just got torn down and the religion outlawed.
Yeah, so they're not gonna be really wandering the streets. Right?
Yeah, they're probably considering getting out of town themselves.
Yeah.
Which there's a
Okay,
reason why most people don't leave town, and I mean more than just the whole you have to buy your way out. It's giving up everything you own to get out.
Yeah.
No innocent whistling is allowed, chat. There's no innocence in this game. Everyone's getting exactly what they deserve. So says Lord Andy, the merciful.
All right. Yeah. Then let's go. Let's go to the Pan, or what is it? The sort of middle class area.
Oh, okay. Let's see what. All right, that'd be North Galt, and that's a really good area. That's sort of where the vendor circle is, and you would have you'd be able to swing by and pick up your nice new duds.
Mm-hmm. So let's go over there, pick up the cat. Well, they're probably not done making the
Yeah, well,
alterations
you
yet.
you can start playing, and then you can pick everything
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, let's start bursking again.
Okay. What kind of music are you playing this time?
Let's see. It's like what, mid-afternoon, mid-morning?
We're gonna
I
go
don't
mid morning, so there's more people out, but it's not too hot yet.
Let's go with something sort of festive.
Okay.
Something that everybody can listen to while they're getting their morning pastry and like whatever sort of beverage that they get.
Okay. So more of a classical rock feel.
Oh my God, people are going to throw tomatoes at me.
Okay. Um, you're still really torn up from what you were playing, and you apparently slipped into more of a dragonborn themed song, and people are just looking at you like either you're an idiot or you are an insensitive lout. And you know what? Let's just see about something. Oh, yeah. It turns out there was a dragonborn family walking by, and like they just start growling at you.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. A very, very, very distraught Michael is going to just go. I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
No one really says anything, but they are giving you the death glare. And be glad that that's the only thing that they are spewing at you, because they look like they probably have the acidic breath.
Ooh, they're green. Ah, they're green. They're green. Okay.
So,
He's just gonna stop now. He's just gonna stop now, and he's gonna wander towards one of the pubs.
good
And
idea.
yeah.
Make a dex check.
Oh.
That was cocked on the roll. Okay. So, because they again rolled bad, the rock just sort of skitters at your feet. But maybe turning your back on people you just highly offended was not your smartest move. But it was probably one of the kids who was throwing the rock, and his mom sort of, you could have hit an actual person with that.
Ow. Ow.
So you make it into the pub.
No, before I actually make it into the pub, I just turn around and I just bow and like grovel on the ground before them.
Well, then you don't really, you're not able to make a dex check when another rock bounces off about 2 feet from your head, and the mother is now yelling at the other child, I told you, you're going to hit an innocent person. Don't bother with trash like that. And she's shooing them away.
Yeah. I just get up very slowly and just walk away.
Be glad they're rolling as bad as you are right now.
Actually, my deck save was quite nice.
No, your dex save was good. Look at all these
Big
single
help.
digits in the row.
Yeah, it's
So
like
they're rolling like you stealth. They are obviously not, they are very young Dragonborn if they can't throw a rock any better than that.
ow, that hurts.
No, it would have hurt if they'd hit you.
Alright. So yeah, let's just find a corner to just sit in and be very, very deeply drunk for a moment. Because yeah, we have been a complete and total asshole for the
Right.
past couple of days.
So do you want to go to the pub?
Yeah, the pub, and
Right.
let's
Okay.
just yeah.
You find yourself at the pub where you began this adventure, the Prancing Pony. Uh, because you now look quite a bit different. Yeah, nobody really notices you. There's a lovely blonde woman who's singing a nice tune on stage. You recognize her as your original backup singer. And even this early in the morning, she's doing really well. And oh yeah, she's got the small patronage. They're more interested in her than this scarred bald man who just stumbled in from the streets.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to give her 3 gold.
okay,
So,
she kind of
yeah,
smiles
there's
and
that.
nods at you as you go back to collect your drink.
Yeah. And how much is it for the drink?
Oh, the drink is going to be like 5 silver for a mug. Is
All right. Yeah, I just place down a gold and just
okay.
say, just tell me when that one runs out,
Guy just nods at you,
and I
and
go
he
to
hands you a tall mug.
and I take it and I go towards a back area, back seat, just watching her and drinking and staring at the mug when I'm not drinking it.
Okay. Oh,
So,
it's pretty quiet because after all, it's still pretty early, but it's a major town, so people work all hours. So some people stop in because they work the late shift and they want to drink on their way home. Some people are just day drinkers, but this isn't the Rancid Dagger or the Copper Ill. It's a nice. Well, it was where you started everything out. It's a pretty decent place. The drinks are good. There's always some nice food smells coming in.
mhm.
I am a
Yeah,
kind DM. He just keeps messing up.
no, actually, he's doing quite well. It's just,
I'm pretty sure this is Danny. And yes, she is a mean DM.
yes, yeah. But
You remember her as Captain the Store.
yes, yes, the person who put me flat down on my back in one turn.
Again, you deserved it.
Yes, I did. I greatly deserved that.
Okay,
I
so
probably should next time just knock somebody flat back with a bonus action.
or
But yeah.
quit picking fights with high-ranking officials. Just a
No,
thought, but hey,
but that's not how you advance plot.
it's how you survive. But you know
That's
what?
true.
I'm being nice now, so I'm going to stop that. I shouldn't tell you how to play your game. I just kill you when you make a mistake.
Yeah, and I've made plenty of them, and that's why he is getting very drunk. Well, not very drunk, but drunk enough just to go
And
into that
the
deeply introspective phase.
yeah, and the girl on stage, I don't think I ever really gave her a name, so we're going to say Meredith. She sort of kicks into. You remember that song you played the first time, the Battle of the Moors?
Yeah,
She kicks into that, and she is beautifully singing it just the way you taught her that one time.
that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
And I just kind of look up and I start nodding my head in recognition of the song. And
And that's when I ask you to roll a perception check, please.
oh, please don't screw this up. Please don't screw this
Please
up,
screw
Michael.
this up. Please screw this up. She's looking right at you. I mean, like, there's maybe a dozen people spread out, but she is looking at you as she sings the song. A little smile on her, curling her mouth.
There's a slight smirk on my mouth as I continue to watch her, and then I just started just look back into my drink and drown that, and then make my way over towards the bar to pick up the rest of that gold that I paid in
Mhm.
alcohol.
And that's when an older man sitting by the bar says, "Oh, this one's on me, Sonny."
I've not done anything to earn this one.
Oh, well, perhaps you will earn it by just listening to an old man talk, if you don't mind me joining you.
There's room in the booth for 2, 3, 4. Come on in.
All right, and he comes to sit down with you.
So I just sip the ale slowly and just nice to meet you, sir. don't
Oh,
know your name, but your kindness is greatly appreciated.
well, names really aren't that important. But I think you might agree that actions can speak much louder.
Yeah, yeah, they can, especially especially to oneself when one actually takes the time to sort of review them.
Uh, I
Uh,
just say that I had the privilege of hearing you sing not long ago, and I forgot to give you a tip. And he slides a gold coin over to you.
what's the face on the gold coin?
It is the old king.
I place my hand very carefully over it and his hand, and then I look at him, and I nod my head slowly, and I take the gold piece,
He nods back.
and
I
so
occasionally entertain, some friends, and we could always use a new musician, to accompany our gatherings. Meredith here is quite talented, but we do occasionally like a change of pace. Perhaps some evening you would care to join us. And
hmm,
now he's pulling out just a folded piece of paper, and it has a time labeled for a few days from now, and an address.
is it okay if I bring some of my troop with me?
Well, this is a small, intimate gathering of close friends. We wouldn't want it to be too crowded or too boisterous, if you understand my meaning.
I greatly understand, but I can't perform without them, and they're very integral to my performances.
Ah, well, I am sorry to hear that. We were really just looking for, uh, you know, a, a lead, not an ensemble, if you understand.
I do. Um,
Well, consider it.
I don't it doesn't have to be considered, but I will make sure that my troop knows that I'll be away for that night and time.
Ah, we
And if
are we are
and
most.
they'll keep watch for any sort of rowdiness that tries to interrupt the party from outside.
We have security well taken care of. We would not want there to be a misunderstanding uh, between the two.
No, that's understandable. All right.
Yes, this is a private invitation, and of course, if you would like anything else, I've already told the bartender to put anything on our tab, and
That
he slides
that's
up and walks
fair.
away.
Thank you. That is very generous of you.
We are a generous group.
And yeah, Michael's just slowly putting down the ale and looking more contemplative and shocked because he has not been his best of self lately. And he's just
Yeah, you are you are doing exactly
yeah,
what you just said.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, all right. I have not been all that great. I've not even acted in such a way that should deserve this sort of acknowledgement. So he's just gonna
Oh, don't be so
down my
hard on yourself. You've done a lot of things that deserve acknowledgement.
Oh yeah, the thunderstruck move.
You are not a subtle man.
No,
You
no, he is not. He
you
is not at
travel
all.
with the perception of trumpets wherever you go.
One could say the heavens open up and unleash a torrent.
Well, maybe one of the afterlives. Let's not go so far as to say it's heaven.
Oh man.
Okay, so you can sit there for a little while, The drinks will and food that you want will come at no additional cost to you. So you can hang
He's
out there
gonna
for as long
eat.
as you want.
Yeah, he's gonna eat something now because he's had 2 drinks and
Hmm.
on an empty stomach that can cause
Yeah,
some
good
nasty
idea.
bits.
You don't need to roll a
Yeah,
Constitution save then.
no. So after he's had his hearty breakfast, he's gonna gently nod to the bartender, wave to uh wave to Meredith as he leaves,
And she
and
gives you a little curtsy without really breaking her song.
wow, she is actually really good.
Yeah,
So
she really, upped her game really fast.
yeah,
She just needed that inspiration apparently. And you blinked out again. Okay, so I don't even know if he can hear me now. If you're having too much trouble, you can just go to voice. I love technology. It has so improved our lives. Okay, so we're going to take a couple minutes while he gets his network back up and running. I'll try resetting mine too. Okay, just
there we go.
took both of us
There
doing
we
a
go.
reconnect.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. We are back.
Yes, we are.
Lupus, I know it was you now. Don't think you can hide. Cutting our internet connection. Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Lupus. I can't see anything now because I had to exit
Oh,
Twitch as well in order to
he's
get
trying to hide the scissors behind his back. But I see all. I know all. And if I don't, I just make it up and blame someone else.
No, exactly. Although quite impressive that you were able to cut through magnetic radio waves because I've actually got wireless internet that comes in because I'm all the way out in the boonies. So I don't
All
I
hail the power of Spiritus Lupus and his magical scissors.
exactly.
He will be the next boss in the game. Able to cut the strands of life from 5 feet away.
Able to cut through the magnetic spectrum across an entire plane of existence.
Okay, so you just left the prancing pony. Danny, you already got to be a villain. Let someone else have the spotlight. Everyone can. I mean, I've already got like a group of 6 people, so I can't have too many guests. But I would love to have guests. Especially when we're missing players, and you can come in and you can murder those that are still there.
You people are evil.
I know, I love them. We are the evil League of Evil. I am Bad Horse. I'm not going to sing that song, but
I'm an objectivist, and I'm looking at you guys going, "Wow, evil."
I like it. I like it. Okay, back to the story.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Um,
Lupus and Danny can double team them. Interpret that how you will. You just left the prancing pony.
yep.
What?
And
Where do you want to go now?
let's go see if the. No, it's still early morning. It'll
We
just
can
about
say you
afternoon.
were
Yeah.
there long enough to have a good breakfast. So let's, how long do you want to be in the bar?
About an hour, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, about an hour and a half because that's how long it takes me to actually eat a meal.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's go and just sort of um, wander through the town and listen to the people.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception roll then.
Oh, this is where I go. I shouldn't have closed down the sheet because having to click stuff to bring it out again. It's just there we go. Perception, jack of all trades, wisdom. There we go.
What are you listening for? Because it's just common. Mostly, it's just common, you know, speech around town.
Just sort of rumors, anything in regards to
Um,
like, well, mainly try and find anything in regards to rumors about what people think of the king. Um,
right now, you just hear people going about their day. There's somebody I walk by like, well, we need to go. Going through like their shopping list out loud. It's nothing special really.
so I'll just keep wandering around and yeah, Michael's in that kind of a mood. He's gonna start
Hmm.
listening for any sort of like fighting pits because he's not exactly like happy with himself over yesterday.
So
So
you want to make your way down to the punk district then?
yeah, let's go to the punk
Yeah.
district. See if there's any fighting pits that actually do like armed combat, like armor and
All
everything.
right. We're gonna say it's gonna be closer to noon by the time you get there, because you're not in a big rush, so you can take your time. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Mhm. Oh man, I'm
Yeah,
back down to rolling quite badly now.
yeah. I mean, you don't see anything. There's no neon signs that says fighting pit here.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the rancid dagger then and try to
Okay.
see if there's anybody there.
All right. Hey, you get there. You sort of flash your token as another person behind the bar nods, flips a switch, and you can go right on downstairs, and it's empty. Um, you if you want, you can poke around everybody's rooms.
I'll poke around the other guys' rooms,
Okay.
but I won't be stepping into the ladies' rooms just
Okay.
because.
There's no one there. Some of them took their gear with them, so there's not really much left behind. It looks like everybody went out for the day.
Hmm. All right, looks like I'm. Let's go shopping again.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go shopping again. Let's
Okay.
go try to find an alchemist who can make healing potions.
Sure. What side of town do you want? I mean, I guess the merchant district is still the best place to go for that.
Yeah, and then plus, getting it out in the punk district, you don't know if it's actually going to be like some rot gut or if it's going to be
Yeah, yeah,
the actual thing.
yeah. You've talked to some of the chemists around there already.
No, oh no.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you're looking for someone that can sell you some potions. So let me go ahead and start grabbing one of my guides, so I got some prices to work with. Uh, we're gonna say that it's not too hard at all for you to find an alchemist shop. So you walk into one of the first ones you'll see. There's an older gnome standing behind the. Ah, yes. What can I do for you, Sonny?
I was looking in the bar, looking in the mood for some healing potions, some cure lesser wound potions. Anything that you got in that sort of order?
Oh, I'm sure I've got just a little bit of everything. And he starts to sort of take a look around. Let me roll some more dice to see exactly. And like, uh, and he starts to pull out some a few vials. I've got these, 5 healing potions. I believe I can, let you have these for 150 gold each.
Mm, that sounds a mighty bit steep there.
Why, how can you put a price on your life, Sonny? I mean, my potions have saved many a life of the brave knights and guards around this kingdom.
Knights and guards, you say?
Well, I mean, I know other adventurers traveled through, but adventurers, you're always risking your lives. I have helped to them to conquer dragons and to save princesses. I'm not there in person, but I am there through the potions I have crafted and sold to the brave men and women out doing great deeds.
Oh. What sort of things have they been known to heal amongst the guards then that would be need them to be in so much dire need of help?
Well, they have a dangerous job. I mean, they protect us from the goblin raiders, and there was the war 10 years ago that many a poor man gave his life in service to king and country. I mean, we live in a dangerous world. I shouldn't have to tell you that, he says, sort of motioning towards the scar on your face.
Oh, I don't remember much of the war.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not exactly something that, people like to think about. I know war is never pleasant, but it happens at times.
Uh,
Give me a history check.
that's going to be one of the few things that I actually do have.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. It. Yeah,
Where'd
so yes, there was a war. It was probably a little over 10 years ago. It was uh, it was actually against an orcish nation that was just traveling like a horde, taking on as many anyone who got into their path. But they fell when they opposed the King of Wildom. It was
that
under King William at the time. He was still a young king, but he was the sort. No, actually, uh, King William would have been Prince William at this time, but he still took to the battlefield with his men to save the people of Wildom, and he well it was war. A lot of people died, but the prince and his men, they all came back. But the safety was bought at the cost of a lot of the army that during that war particular season.
Ooh. And this would have, yeah. And Michael would have heard a lot about this. He probably would have
Yes,
even
it
traveled
was definitely
along
one
the.
of the reasons why King William was so beloved, because a lot of royalty would not put themselves at risk like that, but against all better judgment, and rumor says even against the orders of his parents, he took his personal legion out to take on this orcish horde.
That
Orcish horde.
that's something even that's something a scald just kind of like dreams to
Hmm.
make an edda about.
But at the same time, because it was a high price to pay, you know, a lot of people, still bear the scars physically and emotionally of this war. So it's not uncommon for someone to, not want to really go into great detail about it. A lot of people had family who, joined up with the army and some of them still serve as knights and guards today.
Oh man, that's some heavy stuff to remember, especially after what happened yesterday.
Hmm.
It's like,
I know we're getting so much backstory because you decided to take a day off. I love
I,
it. No,
I could,
you had a good reason. I'm not complaining. It's just, you know, when you got six people all with their own backstory, we almost need these one-on-ones, to really get into some details that is hard to pull off with a full crew.
yeah, exactly.
So,
So let's
yay for being semi-employed. I got time for this. Okay.
all right. So yeah, let's try to haggle that a little bit.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, by Bahamut's beard.
All right, let's play it out. What do you say to this man?
Well, I can't. As much as the craftsmanship surely is, there's got to be a little bit of a price, yeah, a little bit of a price that you can come down to for one such as myself.
He thinks about it for a moment. Well, I will admit that things have, there hasn't been, well, up until yesterday, there wasn't too much excitement going on around here. And, all right, I'll tell you what, I will let you, you can have them at 100 gold apiece.
I'll get two of them.
Okay. You have two regular healing potions. If you want to, look around for anything else that might be there.
Yeah, let's look through what he's got here as well.
Okay, let me pull up something over on my the random generators uh, because Don John has all this great stuff, and I don't have to try to think up what you might be doing.
No, I'm quite glad for that because I use Donjon
Yeah,
for like base maps for what I do on Dungeon Editor from Flamefire.
yeah. Although I thought they had something for shops here.
Yes, they do. It's located more towards the top, and if you look at the top left,
Uh huh.
on that thing, it should have a. Let me bring up the site real fast.
Yeah,
Donjon.
thank you. Because I planned for so many things, but I did not plan for you to go on a shopping spree.
It's
Well,
Michael. You should plan for him to fight, get drunk, try to. Well, no, actually, he's not that. Let's see, general.
I found it. So let me
Yeah.
just give you the appropriate stats. Okay, so I might have to compare these to the DMG just to try to get the right stats for them. But he has a particularly well supplied shop. So there's everything from an elixir of health, which is of course a rare item, to potions of water breathing. You see where he even has one labeled as a potion of supreme health. So I could go through the whole list, or you can just say, you're looking for something particular, and I'll try. He'll be happy to tell you about them. So he's like, oh, so what sort of adventuring are you looking to do, Sonny? I, I, I have a little bit of everything on me. Perhaps you want to be taller. We have potions of growth. Of course, there's always a variety of healing potions because that's just sort of something everyone can make use of. Maybe you want to have animal friends that to tell you where you can find the things out in the wilderness. After all, you don't want to stumble across a goblin patrol or anything. It's been a little while, but I hear they're still out there and their numbers are growing.
Yeah, Yes, it has been. It's been a very long time since they were out anywhere near the edges, especially when it came to the areas around
Uh,
Sweetwater.
and with the ogre population getting thinned out thanks to the brave knights and everything, well, that's just sort of leaving more room for the goblins to start to grow and come back out of the forest, the creepy little buggers. And then he sort of looks at himself. I guess I shouldn't be calling anyone little, should I? Maybe I should be using that potion of growth on myself.
Yes, yes.
And he's
The tallest
still sort
gnome
of
in 10 generations.
he's still sort of like looking through his list of things he's got on. I've got a potion of clairvoyance. Perhaps you want to know what's waiting around that next dark corner, or oil of etherealness. It's very handy for when you need to slip out of a tight scrape.
What if you want to know languages permanently?
Well, um, potions usually are a temporary effect. If you want to learn a language permanently, I'd suggest you find a good tutor.
Where might I be able to find one?
Well, I, I mean, already speak a few languages, so I've never really had to look for a tutor. I mean, I suppose you could ask around at the library. There's many learned people there.
All right, which direction could I find that in?
He'll, give you some rough directions where you can find the local library.
Thank you.
Oh, anytime, anytime. Hello, I'm trying to read your name. My stigmatism makes that hard. Vinor. I don't even know how to read that. Vinorage.
Let me try to
88.
get.
Welcome. I gotta put my glasses on. I got astigmatism, but I can't wear glasses with these headphones. So, small text is hard to read. Venom. Thank you. Thank you, Danny, Miss Know It All DM. I get to say that because she runs my other game. Venom Rage. Thank you. Like I said, these don't really fit well over big things, so. But I can see, and the words aren't as blurry. Okay. So, yeah, you were given instructions to how to get to the library.
Yeah. So
Venom, at the moment, this is sort of a side quest from our main campaign because Kyle couldn't be here on Sunday when we play with like 6 people. We decided just to run this little mini episode of what he was doing with his day.
yeah.
Okay, so you make your way to the library.
Yeah. Michael's gonna do something he probably hasn't done in quite a long time, and that's he's gonna go into the library and he's gonna go into the genealogical section, see, or the census section,
Sure.
see if he can find any references to himself back about. Let's see, how old is he? It's got to be what? How old did I say he was? Back about 20 years ago,
Okay.
when he was actually kidnapped around Sweetwater. See if there's
Oh,
any reference of his parents.
okay. Roll an investigation check. Uh, you find that Sweetwater is a little ways off from the capital, I believe. We didn't really discuss that, but
It's
there's
out,
hmm,
it's out on the coastline. I know that.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna say that. What was your last name again? Or is their last name? Is it the same as your family's last name?
My last name is the same as my family's last
Okay,
name. It's Bradmore.
Bradmore.
So
Okay,
yeah.
you find some reference to the Bradmore family, but there's not a great deal of. I'm taking these glasses back off. They just they're only useful if I'm driving at night or I'm trying to read something, on a screen from this far away. Okay, so you find some references of Bradmore, but none of them really go into great detail, and there's no real reference to a missing son.
All right, I keep looking through, try to see if there's anything else anywhere that they mention as having moved to or anything like that. So like trying to follow up if because normally census records are very vague, but you can follow like names at least to anywhere that they could have moved to.
And I'm going to say the only trouble is like this is a major capital. Most of the
Yeah.
records focus on the people who live in the capital. You are looking for things that for more about information over the kingdom. So
Yeah.
there are family names. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's just someone with, maybe it's a cousin line. So it's really hard for you to get any specifics on, you know.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to like see if there are any Bradmores in the capital, I'll let you make a new search for that because
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So let's do that.
no, there's a Blademore, there's a Brad Smith, and then you notice that's actually probably a typo, and somebody actually put Brad Smith as the last name because they just didn't read. Venom, I'm going to drop my Twitch, my Twitter handle, so if you can follow me there whenever we have an opening, and we can bring in some new people, uh, that would be. I've really got to remember that you guys are seeing my screen, not just the one name. But that's me over on Twitter. That's the best way to know if we got an open spot.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you're not really able to find anything for the Bradmores. There's
Yeah, so he just closes the book up very slowly, and then he starts wandering through into the linguistics section. And
okay. And you can. This I won't even ask you to do a roll on because it's a it is the Capitol Library. There is a book on most languages.
yeah, let's try to find one. Let's pick up one on what's the second most common language besides Elven and Common? Well, third most common language to the kingdom.
Um, Give me a
We've got
history roll.
all
We're going to
right.
see what languages you've heard spoken around here. Okay, you definitely know that Common and Elven are two very popular languages. Uh, Probably Gnomish and Dwarvish would be the next two you hear most likely. But you also recall seeing a few halflings around, and especially in Lower Skint, you've seen everything from a minotaur, and then you hang out with a bugbear. So
Yeah, that's true. Um, let's uh let's pick up a book on halfling.
okay, I'll let you bring that up to the checkout desk, and it's an older woman. If you peer closely enough, you think that maybe she's more half elven, but the way she wears her hair, it's a little hard to tell. Yes, and what can I do for you, young man?
I'd like to check out this book, please.
Oh, you're learning to speak a new language. Why, that's very good. I admire anyone who can pick up a language just from reading it. I've always had to hear it myself, and she begins the checkout process.
He actually starts talking to her in Elven, pretty much going, I tend to do better with reading it first before I can actually start speaking it.
And she starts to chuckle. Oh, you do have a good ear. And she's saying this in Elven too. You are very good. I knew you have an excellent Elvish accent. So, I hope that this speeds up your learning the language.
I hope so as well, and maybe sometime you and I can have a much deeper conversation.
Oh, I would enjoy that. I am here most every day. I am, well, I don't really run everything, but is a good way to spend my days.
Yeah, what better ways to spend your days than living amongst old friends?
Absolutely. And she's, handing you the book, and it's peaceful, it's quiet, and, you know, people who come here are people who seek knowledge, and I'm always happy to speak with them.
Well, next time that I have time, I will definitely stop by and we can chat for a while, and you can pass on some of that knowledge to me.
And perhaps you can pass on some knowledge to me. Why, age has never really been the milestone for knowledge. That's experience.
This is very true.
And she hands you back the book, and you'll know as long as you return it within a month, then there won't be any fines. But
yep. So that's easy.
Yeah, I don't know how to do fantasy libraries. There's some sort of spell. It'll just reappear to them in a month.
Yes.
There's a recall spell on it. That's digital library.
A spell of recall. A book of recall.
Yeah, it's like a rune that's inscribed into every book. That's how old the library is. They have automatic recall spells. And she explains that to you. So don't be alarmed if it comes up missing, as long as the book isn't destroyed. It'll just return back to where it belongs.
I will definitely make sure that nothing happens to this book. Thank you very much.
I do appreciate that. You have a good day.
Thank you.
And good luck on your studies.
And good luck to your learning here amongst so many others. With that, he's going to move on to
before she throws things at you.
Yes, because this is somebody that actually likes talking to him now.
Yes, you did not offend her in the slightest.
Oh man. So yeah, let's move on to let's go back to the lower skin and try to find those try to find those those fights again, because we're still in that kind of a mood.
Sure. And we're gonna say it's been a few more hours, because I still say you're not in any rush to get to one part of town or the other. Give me a new perception roll. Okay, you you definitely start to see where there are some all the different shops. Again, there's nothing really labeled as battles going on here, but you do. We're going to say that with this, you also remember that when you stopped by the Copper Eel, which was another bar in the area, and the bartender Grog, or as his full name is actually Grogarius, mentioned about some of the patrons when they got into a fight. How you remember that there was some discussion of pit fights there. So we're going to say that might be a good place you could go to get some more detailed information.
All right, I'm going to head over to the Copper Eel then, and I'm going to sidle my way up to Grogarius. That is actually a great pun, by the way. Grogarius.
Yeah.
to see if he's around and.
Yeah, it's a slower time for a bar of this type, but because it is more of the port bar, you still got ships coming in, so he's there. He's serving some drinks to some people who just got off the boat, and this was the first place they headed. So as you recall, he's a tall half ogre, but he's you know not quite so bloodthirsty as some you have met.
All right.
He just looks at you. It's like, oh, no, wait, you're in disguise. He does not remember you.
Hmm.
So, yes,
Yeah.
sir. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you knew where one of the sort of fighting betting persuasion could get some coin.
Oh, one of those. And he kind of thinks on it for a minute. Like,
Not bare knuckle brawling. I'm talking
oh, you want the
armor.
classy battle?
Man.
Yeah, sure. He's like, it's no skin off my nose. Why not? And he'll tell you, which building, and you know what? He doesn't know you or really care. He'll even tell you, you know, which building, and he's going to tell you some of the phrasing that will get you past the front door, type of thing. He's not giving you like a full password, but you don't just walk up and say that you're looking for a fight, because if you do that, someone will probably punch you in the face. So he's like, just be subtle about it, man. Don't just go up and tell them you want to, get your teeth kicked in, or they'll do it themselves.
No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
All right,
Oh,
it's kind of early for those things. They usually pick up a little bit more at night, but they're probably. I mean, there might be a little something going on even at this time of day.
that's perfectly understandable. Wouldn't happen to know some of the more higher end alcohol suppliers, would you? Because I've got a bit of a party that I need to set up for as well.
We make our own stuff here. You want something better than what we serve, you're going to need to go over to the Prancing Pony or the. Um, I got names around here somewhere. I don't remember the other bars. So the Silver Hornet. That's the classy place. We make stuff here that's better than the grog that they're drinking. And one of the guys starts laughing. Your name is Grog. So we just make our own stuff. If you don't like that, I can't help you.
All right. Actually, if you would happen to know where some brewing kits are, or could sell some, that would be good.
And he kind of looks at you and thinks on it. Uh, I mean, I can probably spare one of our brewing kits. The old guys won't notice one missing.
All right. How much would you be willing to part with it for?
Yeah, those are excellent questions. So while he's digging around for that kit, I am going to start going through. Oh, they do have it. Excellent. You can pick up some brewing supplies for, think on it, 40 gold.
Definitely going to do that then. And I'm gonna after this. How much do the brewing supplies weigh?
Well, I don't know if there was really a weight to it, and I'm not particularly interested in overly calculating weight, so we'll still look it up. But
Brewer's supplies, 9 pounds. All right.
okay, yeah, good, thank you. So
Let's
yep.
see. Now down
So
to
he
200.
goes, and he sort of collects like their spare brewing supplies, and he hands it over to you. All right, thanks for doing business here at the Copper Eel. We do hope that if you don't wind up with your head kicked in, that you come back sometime.
No, I definitely will. I do quite like it here.
He sort of looks around. Okay, sure.
nods and walks away, bobbing his head.
And by this time, the drunken sailor's like, "Hey, grog, I want some more grog." Like, you're gonna get ale. You get grog on your own ship. You ain't getting grog here. You ain't pretty enough for that.
Michael does crack up to that one.
Yeah, so that's the conversation that you exit the bar on.
Definitely need a pretty face to get some of Grog's grog.
Yeah, for a half orc, he's very discriminating in who he tolerates.
Well, he's not everybody can touch those ripply packs. I'm having way too much fun with
Yeah,
this now.
you
I need to
are.
walk away. All right.
Do you need 5 minutes or so to compose yourself?
Yeah, I think right now would be a good time for a break as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think we were going to go for 2 hours on a mini session. So, guys, we're going to take 5. I'm going to switch back over to the loading screen while we do that. So, we'll be back in, say, about 5 minutes.
Yeah. So let's do this.
All right.